I'm going to start by pushing the skin back. I don't have too much skin, so I won't be cutting it, but if you do, I recommend that. It's very important to remove the dead skin because it can cause lifting. For the nail file, I choose Grit 150. I always disinfect it with pure alcohol before I use it. 150 is good because it's not too sharp. The higher the number is, the smoother the surface is. It's important to have a matte nail bed. My length of nails is not equal now. I'm going to shape them after I'm done with my base, so I'm just going to make my surface matte. I like to go in this motion. At the end, it's just important that the entire nail surface is completely matte, because if there's any oils on the nail bed, it can cause lifting. And I'm very thorough with the ends, because that's very important. You don't want any lifting on the ends of the nail. I have a small makeup kabuki. You can order all of this stuff, I'm sure, from Temu or AliExpress. I can inspect the nail and see that it is completely matte. Most importantly, the ends are matte. Let's move on with the rest of my hand. Again, it's nice and matte. I don't mind the skin, it looks a bit dry now, but I read somewhere that it's not healthy to completely remove your skin because the bacteria can come in, I don't know, but after when the nails are done and when I put cream on, they will look nice. But I know some people have lots of it, so it is important to remove it or to at least reduce the amount of it, that it's not on the nail bed. Again, it's important to go around the edges. We don't want any shine here on the top or at the bottom or on the sides. Just again, the ends need to be matte, but don't overfile. Don't do too much because you don't want to ruin your nails. This is a fine nail file, so it's not taking off too much. I know that if I go with it on my skin, it doesn't hurt. So I'm just going very lightly. I'm not pressing too hard. I just want a matte surface without ruining my nail too much. Next nails that I'll do, I'll show how it's done when you need to remove the previous nails. And the final one. Okay, I am done with my base. So everything is nice and matte. I'm going to take off the dust. So for the three main products that I use, I first use a primer. This is a nail prep and a primer in one. And I really like this one, but I think you can only get this one in Croatia. But the other two products are from the USA, and I'm sure you can get them everywhere in the world because they're very popular and good. For this one, I recommend getting it maybe also from this brand or from any other brand that seems reputable. A good base is very important. So nail prep dehydrates your nail. Primer makes a sticky layer, and a bonder also, I guess, makes a sticky layer. And when you put nail prep or primer, you always put a very thin layer. You don't do too much because it can then have a counter effect. For the base and top, I use Crystal Nails. I really love this brand and it works great and the nails last. It's very rare that a nail will break, so a good base and top gel is very important. I really recommend Crystal Nails. It's made in the US, but it's widely used and very popular, so if you can get it in Croatia, I'm sure you can get it in many other countries. The base is Compact Base and Builder Gel, and the top is Cool Top Gel Universal. So yeah, these two are my holy grails. I really like using them. Okay, let's do the primer. It's important to take the excess of the brush. You don't want too much product on there. So you just go lightly, and I always just do the sides. Okay, and I just do the bottom very lightly. Okay, I am again taking the excess off. Okay, nice. So for the base, I discovered I don't personally like to be too detailed because it just takes lots of time, and then again it can happen that you need to file something and fix it. So I just do 2 layers of the base and file all of my nails. Personally, it's easier for me, and also they do end up looking nicer because you have more control and you can shape them as you like. Okay, I'm also taking the excess off. While putting your base on, it's very important, so this is also a very good tip to know. It's very important not to touch your skin. You can come really close, but don't touch your skin, because if you do, it most likely will cause lifting, so just be very careful around the ends. So again, come close to the skin, but don't touch it. Next tip is to go a little bit like over the ends of your nails, if you can see, like this, because it does help to secure the base and help with lifting. I'm going to go quicker now. Again, approach the skin, but don't touch the skin. See, now that I'm not talking, it's just going quicker. Other hand, I'll do off camera because it's going to be easier for me. Again, a little bit around the edges. It doesn't matter if it goes on your skin underneath, it will just fall off here, but it's very important that it doesn't touch this cuticle part. Okay, and the final one. Now we are going to cure it for 2 minutes. I got this lamp off of AliExpress. I'm sure you can now get it on Temu or wherever. They're really good, they're durable, they look nice, they're very light. So yeah, I really like these lamps. They turn on automatically, so I really recommend them. They weren't too expensive, I think about 20 euros. My little tip, what I like to do is put on some SPF to protect your skin because this isn't healthy. But then again, it just saves so much time and energy that you spend with nail polish. So yeah, it is what it is. For the second layer, just do the same thing. I'm not going to talk too much through this. Just put on the second layer the same as you did with the first one. Okay, now we will cure it again. Cure it for 2 minutes. Now just take some tissue and alcohol. I get alcohol in a pharmacy, 70% pure alcohol. I put it in a spritz bottle. And you want to take off the sticky layer because we will lightly shape and file the nail base. I like to take it off thoroughly so that it doesn't ruin my nail file. Nail files I also got off of AliExpress and I really recommend these ones. I really like them. Okay, nice. The base is done. Now we're going to file it. So for the top, I just like to file it very lightly. For shaping the nail, it's important that this part, the middle part, has more product than the sides, since that's a pressure point. I'm not sure how it's said in English anymore. It's important to have a C shape and more product here so that the nail would be durable. This is more pronounced when you do gel nails, not so much maybe with gel polish because I am doing short nails and they're not going to grow out so much in 1 month. So I just do it lightly. I don't have a thick layer. I like for them to look natural and they do last. Now I've said so many times how much they last that I'm going to get unlucky and one is going to break. I hope not. We'll see in the next video. I'll start doing these more regularly. Okay. For the upper part, I'm just going lightly. See, now this is a very nice and natural shape. Let's do the ends. Beautiful. Very happy with this nail. It was very quick. Okay, perfect. It's a very nice shape. It's mimicking the natural nail. This is the natural nail and this is now the filed nail. Okay, let's do it for the rest. Just going lightly, the ends I just buff very lightly. This is again a fine nail file. Just making them matte and shaping them. Just make the middle part matte. I don't shape it too much because I want more product there. Yes, that's a nice shape. And now you see the product that I put underneath, it doesn't matter, it just breaks off. Okay, I'm very happy with this nail too. Let's finish the rest. Maybe I would, you see now I feel like it's a bit too thick here. I'm just going to like slightly make it, have it a bit more shape. Just shape them until you're happy with how it looks and move on. All right, the base is done. Let's move on to the color. Oh, I really like this. I think I'm going to go with something neutral now. I feel like maybe doing this color because it's very neutral and I like neutrals. I'm going to go with this nude color. So for colors, I used to get them off of AliExpress. I'm sure you can get it now on Temu or wherever. For the quality of the color, I don't think it's that important. I've used many colors. I think the most important is the base and the top coat and that the color in between can actually be anything. I don't think that the quality here matters too much and I don't think it makes sense to go and buy crystal nails colors because I'm sure they're expensive and it's just unnecessary. Since I'm sure most of the people want more colors. Again, approach the nail skin, but don't touch it. It's the same rules for all of the layers. I also do 2 layers of the color. It's always better to do thin layers. Again, cure it for 2 minutes. Let's go with the second layer. It's going into the lamp again for 2 minutes. And for the finale, we're going in with a top coat. Don't put too much on, but put enough that it covers the nail. Again, close all of the corners. Just go slightly around the edge. Now, I think I made an accident and went into my cuticle. So I'll just clean it with my other nail. I was a bit careless. There, looks good. Into the lamp for 2 minutes. And we are done. The top coat doesn't have a sticky layer. For the finish, I just like to file the ends a little bit to get it looking more crisp, more narrow. And this is also a good trick if you weren't too careful with the color on the side. You can always go on the sides and just clean it now. And yeah, we're done. I'm very happy with how they turned. To finish it all, just put a little bit of cuticle oil since the skin is now a little bit more sensitive. Okay, this is the finished product. Here are nails, how they looked before and after. This hand I'll do off camera, it's going to be easier for me. And now you're calm with your nails for 1 month. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate if you would subscribe. I will start doing these nail videos more often. And yeah, see you in another video.